stretch feels good. Think you can bully me? Can't handle your drink, huh?
Burn! Bow your head.
Scratch that. You're toast! Race!
Be sanctified.
Think you can bully me?
Settle down.
The threads of your fate lie in my hands. For justice.
The hunt begins!
Time to act. Time to act.
Shake and stir! Sayona Special!
Odds reveal vice. By royal decree.
Just sharpen my spear! Huh, I'm here.
No, my sword.
Look at you, Boomtail! I'm the frying pan, it's
Bow your head.
Body and mind. The threads of your fate lie in my hands. I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. Traveler, we were just discussing the...
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secretly through the... For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in...
No. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such... Mora is a catalyst. The world's first Mora... That is...
A dagger and...
Well, but...
I can't say. Let us not... Rex Lapis, the world's first... No,
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag.
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of...
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to... I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find some...
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany?
Of course. They can come...
This is...
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. Your argument just now exhibited a cuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed...
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the...
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But she and Morax used a rather underhanded trick to...
What? No...
This bit of history is a long story.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already...
Quite so.
over here! Mr. Zhongli, I've been looking for you. So you're...
Put down your weapon and stay back.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply
The Fatui say that every...
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official document. I will be conducting an archaeological search. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man.
Wait, if you were studying archaeology, can I...
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven.
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will sure...
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too.
Well, that is quite... Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord... An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the gods... This place looks so...
Huh?
I don't mean this...
Guyan Stone Forest. Legend has it that Rex, after many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned...
These mountains were the Lord...
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years, but due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity. So besides wind...
Well, a god able...
Indeed. This is where most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic...
So you're saying that if... well, since we...
Okay then.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession.
I get it.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare... The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Reveal thyself.
Yeah! Nice and spicy.
Settle down!
By royal...
At the frying pan.
Bow your head.
Why are there enemies here?
Guyan Stone Forest is a place... where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
The tides beckon. Settle down!
here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydromimic monsters... I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Can't have in your drink.
I summon thee!
Nice and spicy.
By insubordination!
Boba, get them! Shake it and stir it!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Race you! Scratch! Diana, you're toast! Nice and spicy! Let's go, let's go!
Let the mighty be humbled.
Oz, reveal thyself!
It's just a stone slab. But its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize.
We all have our areas of expertise. I already.
Oh, stop arguing!
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you? You kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only...
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious path.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the... Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of...
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power on it?
Not at all. My quest will uncover the history of the god of salt, but you? You're just...
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snej...
Oh, by the way,
Oh? Why's that?
that's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen...
Ah, I see.
See? You do want to sell these...
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both into... All right, then. No need to stay here any longer.
By royal decree!
I'm the frying pan, it's...
Bow your head.
Destiny has brought me hither.
Think you can bully me?
Settle down. Be sanctified. Bow your head.
Let the record show that I verbally consent.
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore...
According to legend, the people of the god of Salt... But this legend has been around for ages.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before...
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of Salt, which is actually how the area... However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism... So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research. I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. The god of Salt, so...
This doesn't
Who cares about all that?
You weren't listening.
Ah, but we have the...
This seal seems...
I may know some. Over the years, Let's go take a...
Okay, since... Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of Salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some element when I investigated the seal last time. But when we lit up all the elemental
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time. But the secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. To provide a haven for her people. At that time, and that haven she
How sad.
Okay,
Tianheng, with this clue, you should. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Booba, get them!
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jue... Yun in the west, Qingse in the north. The directions are... The clue. Give it another try.
what trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingse. In the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time. Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless argument.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you to agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur?
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer... You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin. As well...
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must...
I can accept this arrangement. Well then.
I'll take care of this.
Scanning.
Ha! Ta! Silence! Huh!
Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Duh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Bow your head. Gather! Solidify!
Look at this! It's filled halfway.
Oh, it just looks like a fancy salt holder.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is...
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside will...
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt.
Finally. After all that effort, I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell...
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanya.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything...
Since we have a contract...
Then let's move on.
Stabilize!
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from...
Gather! Stabilize!
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look...
This, if I remember correctly.
Indeed. But the god of salt, when you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. Much like a rye, the deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear.
What? That's even better than the salt...
Well then, according to our contract...
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition, and this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break the...
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I know... Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I...
Because you agreed to a Rex Lapis once said, ones who...
That is one of your Liyue gods.
Will suffer the wrath of the rock.
Pay your dues. Gather! Order guide you. No rest for the weak. Silence! You can't run from death.
I shall confiscate your treasure. You are not worthy to continue any further.
Oh, darn you!
Some archaeological survey. Yeah, good thing that...
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, when people see the object of their dreams, how many... I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh?
That in truth, not a single member of...
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned...
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Chising. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War...
Oh, right! Now that you mention it...
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after, so I seek proof of Morax's guilt. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhang?
Naturally, of course. But I must come with me. All the answers...
Stabilize! Let the mighty be humbled! Bow your head.
This is... a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of salt had to fight back! Fight back against the evil Mora! The power of this sword surely is much greater. If we can repair the sword, then we can show...
It does look like something left behind.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract,
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot...
This logic!
Zhangli, she seems like a...
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No! If I only take one half, then it can't be repaired. And no matter what, I must be, even if it breaks the contract. I don't...
So you are already decided?
Zhangli!
That is to say, you consign...
That's okay. Punish me however you want.
No, you can't hit...
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for... As punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean...
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt... Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength, but Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before however, during such a long war, there is no end. After making countless concessions, Havria lost...
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her.
Not even a single blade?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before...
Preposterous! You are a...
Hey! Come back!
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What...
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then. This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god, the Archon War, was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about...
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisance. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till...
This must be a lie. False, don't you dare try to...
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not... Indeed. In ages past, faith in a god who has already passed. So it is for Havria. And so it is for more. All right then. Now...
Huh?
Treading old ground, one cannot help but be...
Silence!
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Shake your hand! I'm the frying pan!
The tides beckon. Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it.
Let's go. Time is again.
Now, I mentioned before that many the Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and to leave them here is to let them slumber. And I ended an era with my own two hands. History records, but history may be changed. I need to find a better way of recording stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist. Now then, it is time that we consign.
Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folktales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.